think Bud could beat Canelo. Like I said, I've been saying this. I don't think size win fights. I think skills do. So yeah, I think like being a southpaw with good movement and sharp boxing, it'd be hard for Canelo with that high guard to walk him down and load up on them big hooks. I think Bud would beat Canelo.
Kidding me? Take that question back.
Yeah, why?
Because you're talking about Crawford. He's the,
weight classes.
He's the most composed guy. Yeah. What, you don't think he'll be prepared?
I think it's more important for Crawford than anybody, you know, but I think if anybody could beat Canelo, I think Crawford could.
Yeah, I know you said like he could be the guy. What kind of a chance do you ultimately give him?
Boxing experts think that Terence Crawford will not only fight Canelo Alvarez, but also beat him. A lot of experts think that Crawford's speed, ring smarts, and power will help him knock out the Mexican ace in the 9th round. With that bold statement setting the tone, fans and experts alike are bracing for one of the sport's most spectacular upsets.
We have to talk about this. Terence Crawford just tweeted, Canelo versus Crawford is definitely by far the biggest fight in boxing. This guy is not playing around. All right. Crawford, pound for pound, #1. Canelo, biggest star in boxing still at the moment. Anywhere. I'm not talking about just in the US, Mexico, the UK, everywhere. Canelo is now open. At first it was, hey, I can't go down to 160. I can't do a catch weight of 160. If he wants to fight me, it's gonna be at 168. Plus, I'm not gonna get any credit if I beat a Terence Crawford. It would be like Terence Crawford fighting Tank, moving 2 weight classes up, and I'm not gonna get credit for that. Terence Crawford is a special fighter. He is like a Floyd and a Manny that can move up to weight classes, carry his power, can beat up bigger guys. He's a special.
Crawford thinks that Canelo has never fought someone as talented as him, which gives him the upper hand. Crawford said with confidence on the Pound for Pound show, I think I have the speed over Canelo. I can reach, and I'm better at fighting than you are. Not as much skill is needed to play any of those games as mine. The degree of skill is vastly different. He says that Canelo's size and strength are great, but not enough. Any physical edge he isn't as important as his technical skill, footwork, ring IQ, and ability to adapt. Crawford thinks he will beat Canelo, saying that he doesn't need a knockout to show that he is the better boxer on September 13th.
I feel I got the speed over Canelo. I got the reach over him. He might got the size, the power. I got the better skills, boxing skills.
Would it be more of a cat and mouse? The reality is Canelo does put people out. From Kirkland to Amir Khan to just...
Don't do
obviously,
I'm just saying, man.
No, but he's not.
Kovalev was older.
He
does. Billy Joe. Don't get me wrong. He does have a lot of power, but all those guys that you name is not as skillful as me. I'm sorry. No disrespect to none of those fighters. The skill level is not there.
So how do you see a fight with Canelo go?
Tough fight. Canelo is a great fighter. Like, I always had respect for Canelo, but I just believe in my skills. The fact that people doubt me, it just fueled me even more. Try to get the fight even more. And I'm watching them, I'm like, man, I can beat this dude. I've been fighting people bigger than me all my life, and I always came out on top. You gonna get hit. It's a fight. He gonna get hit too. It'll be good.
Former sparring partner Kyron Davis stressed the physical disparity, warning that skills will be less important than stature and body type. Abel Sanchez, GGG's former coach, reinforced this opinion, advising Crawford that his 2-class jump could be his undoing if Canelo's body blows fell cleanly. On the other hand, technical experts such as Teddy Atlas and Shannon Briggs supported Crawford's better ring IQ. Atlas called him to a new level of agility and strategic complexity.
Maybe he's a little overrated.
Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds.
Canelo's really good. Really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. I think he has it. Canelo's really good. He's tremendous. But could he be a tiny bit overrated? The greatness is within Crawford. It's in his desire, it's in his mind, it's in his makeup, where he came from. I know he's moving up in weight class, can he carry it? But those intangibles, I believe that he has them.
While appreciating Alvarez's talents and skill, Atlas states that Crawford is in a league of his own, truly exceptional, in his words. He observes that Alvarez, while still a formidable fighter, lacks the same dominance that he formerly held. Atlas adds that Alvarez's physical state and ring performance have declined. The formerly invincible force appears to be less explosive and dynamic. Crawford, on the other hand, remains a top-tier athlete with the speed, precision, and tactical diversity that distinguishes him from his peers.
All right, everyone. We are 1 week removed from Canelo Alvarez, the 168-pound King's title defense versus William Skull. Now that we've had a week to digest it, I just want to get your early thoughts. Las Vegas, Nevada, Legion Stadium, Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez at 168 pounds. Let's just hear your early thoughts and your preview for this mega fight.
Pretty much the same as it was a long time ago when they first announced this fight, and everybody thought I was crazy, which they often think. What are you gonna do? They thought I was whatever. Come on. I like Crawford. I like Crawford then, I like him now. I liked him before Canelo looked not so good in his last fight, obviously. I thought it was going to be... I just think Crawford's real special. I think Canelo's really good. But I think Crawford is special. I know he hasn't fought the resume everyone wants, but you have that or you don't have that ingredient. And I think he has it. I see it. The timing, the instinct, the eyes, the ability to be chilly cold, not just cold and calm, but chilly cold, where you can see things other people don't see and react to it. Just, I know he didn't have a great performance when he moved up to 154, but he was fighting a good fighter. He was fighting a guy that fought a very difficult...
Former world champion Amir Khan recently commented on the fight between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, giving a compelling contrast of the two boxers. Khan, who fought Canelo in 2016 and sparred with Crawford, thinks Crawford has an advantage in terms of speed, intelligence, and adaptability. Canelo has power and experience, without a doubt, Khan added, but Crawford is the most complete boxer I've ever saw. He can change postures, manipulate distance, and adapt quickly. Khan stressed that, while Canelo is dangerous in the early rounds, Crawford's accuracy and timing make him deadly as the fight unfolds. Crawford's boxing IQ and adaptability, he thinks, will be the determining elements in what promises to be a historic fight.
I fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Compared to when I fought against Crawford, I couldn't hit clean. They both hit hard because, and you could see the strength when I was fighting against Crawford. He is very strong as well. So look, yeah, but why does he need to give that much away? He's pound for pound #1 in the world. Why does he have to go for fighting Canelo?
Renowned boxing trainer Stephen Bredman Edwards recently explained why he thinks Crawford would defeat Canelo a head-to-head match. According to Edwards, Crawford's ability to adjust in the middle of a battle is unlike anything Canelo has ever faced. Crawford is a master of time and distance. Bredman claimed that he does not need to outmuscle Canelo. He only needs to outthink him, which he will. According to Edwards, Canelo has mobility problems. Crawford mixes cerebral fighters such as Floyd Mayweather and Dimitri Bivol. He also mentioned that Crawford's conditioning and deadly instinct give him a major advantage in the later rounds. Bredman decided that Crawford is a stylistic nightmare for Canelo. I believe he stops him late.
Crawford's adjustment in fights are so underrated. He is a master adjuster. He finds something in every fight and just goes with it. That last fight, people talk about he struggled. You know what he found that last fight? A simple jab. He just started beating the guy up with a jab. He finds something in every fight. And he don't fight a lazy fight. Canelo, for as good as he is, he hasn't stopped anybody since 2021. That's 4 years. You know why? Because he gets a little tired and gets like a little bit complacent. He's a power puncher.
Stephen A. Smith thinks Canelo Alvarez is making a mistake by chasing about against Terence Crawford. He expresses worrying that Crawford's speed, intelligence, and adaptability make him too dangerous.
He's wrong for us, baby. He's wrong. Let it go. Paulo couldn't do it and lost fight #2. Trained him for fight Rocky 3 and then got killed in Rocky 4 by Drago because he couldn't let it go. Bud Crawford needs to let it go. Too small. No doubt boxing skills are sublime. No doubt he's pound for pound one of the best on the planet Earth. Crawford is the real deal. The real deal. And him and Charlo is the fight I want to see. Him and Charlo is the right fight I want to see. But y'all gonna stop holding it against Charlo. When you hit somebody and you know you can't hurt them and they keep coming, what the hell are you supposed to do?
Jeff Mayweather, Floyd's uncle and former trainer, has praised Crawford's technical perfection while urging him not to underestimate Canelo Alvarez. He told Essentially Sports that Crawford is an elite-level technician with a deft switch-hitting style, but that weight is something to consider. Crawford is moving up to weight classes to super middleweight. Crawford's quickness, ring IQ, and defensive prowess, according to Jeff, give him a real shot, but must fight smartly, not toe-to-toe, given Canelo's power, bulk, and war experience. According to Jeff Crawford, he has the skill edge, but the battle will be won or lost based on game plan execution, not just based on skill.
It's kind of tough, but if anybody can do it, I think it would be Terrence Crawford. I mean, skill-wise, I think he's a better fighter than Canelo, but Canelo is also a great fighter but he owns that weight class that he's in. So I would just say that I think that Crawford has to fight almost a perfect fight to win, and take advantage of Canelo's mistakes.
Yeah, so we have, is it almost kind of a battle of, we have two guys, obviously the best, two of the best 3 or 4 boxers in the sport, regardless of weight class, but, which one is closer to the version of their prime, right? They're both getting older. I mean, they're both still, very, very good at this point, but, do you think maybe one of them it's time for them to start falling off, and that might be the difference in this fight, that one starts to trail off a little bit?
Yeah, don't get me wrong. I mean, both guys are aging. And you never know. You never know when they're going to show their age. So it could be either one of them that does that. But I mean, I just lean toward Crawford because dude has so many skills. And I mean, I just see that him possibly winning the fight by decision, but could also lose a close.
Canelo's performance against William Skull raised serious concerns among many analysts. His attacking production was really small. Only 152 punches were landed over 12 rounds, the second fewest ever in such a fight. Observers saw that his timing and rhythm were off as he tried to stop Skull's movement, appearing uncertain and reactionary. His footwork, which was previously precise and great at ring control, lacked precision, allowing Skull too much mobility. Critics have questioned Canelo's ability to exert his will in elite-level fights and set tempo in a future confrontation against a more agile opponent. Terrence Crawford is known for his ability to control space and adapt mid-fight, thus Alvarez risks falling down in points soon. If Canelo fails to keep a consistent work rate or respond with quick counters, Crawford's speed, precision, and stamina may control the exchanges. Against a powerful fighter like Crawford, such mistakes might be expensive.
Was saying that one of Canelo's biggest strengths is his legs. It generates power and it helps with his punch resistance. Well, those legs are sliding and that power is diminishing. Canelo hasn't had a stoppage win now since he knocked out Caleb Plant in 2021. And yeah, he's dropped some of these guys, but he's not been able to step on the gas and finish them. He's not been able to go through the gears. His gas tank, you can put that into question as well. And Canelo Alvarez, come July, be 35 years old. So he is, look, Canelo's been around so long and his real prime was in his mid-20s. So we associate Canelo, mid-20s to early 30s. So we kind of associate Canelo with that. I don't want to say ever young, but he is still young, just not in boxing senses. But he's been around so long, 20 years a pro, and he's been at world levels for probably 15 of those. You're going to expect some slippage. And I think in this fight, an opponent, it was very negative, yes, but an opponent who Canelo Alvarez of 5 years ago would have handled And he did handle him, but you know what I mean? He probably would have put some damage on William Skull. He didn't do anything. He didn't look good. And William Skull played his part in that, it has to be said. As I said, you fighter that negative, there's only so much you can really do, you know? Even if you're Canelo Alvarez, even if you are Alexander Usyk, if you've got a fighter who is just going into this fight with one mindset, I want to go 12 rounds. I'll give you an example, you know, Naoya Inoue.
Former champion Shane Mosley claimed Terence Crawford will easily beat an improved Errol Spence. Mosley noted that Spence appeared very weak, stiff, and depleted while reducing weight for his fight with Crawford. He underlined that even if Spence improved his speed or strength, Crawford's rhythm, switch striking, movement, power, and ring IQ gave him a significant advantage. Unlike Spence, whose game was built on bulk and physicality, Crawford relies on adaptability and positional awareness. Mosley urged Spence to consider moving up in weight rather than facing Crawford again, as his natural skill set is simply not adequate to equal Crawford's fluid, modern boxing skills.
I just think that Crawford has more rhythm, more movement, more stuff. And not just having more movement, more stuff, he has the power and everything just to be one of those great fighters. He has everything. And if you have Spence is not one-dimensional, but in that fight, he was really one-dimensional, really stiff. And if they looked like they had really a lot of problems trying to get down to his weight, didn't have enough time to work on stuff they need to work on to, you know, attack Crawford or to do anything to Crawford. And then when they got in the ring, you know, he was so weak. I mean, Crawford dropping him with right jabs. We're like, dang, that bullet just dropping him.
Terence Crawford is preparing for one of the most difficult trials of his career, and the advice of a legend like Andre Ward is important. Ward, famed for his meticulous technique and unrivaled ring IQ, has been vital in helping Crawford fine-tune his plan for the forthcoming fight with Canelo Alvarez. Their training sessions include not only physical conditioning but also mental readiness. Ward's history with powerful opponents mirrors the type of task Crawford will face. Together, they are devising a plan to disrupt Canelo's rhythm and impose Crawford's tempo on the fight. Each combatant brings their unique skills to the ring.
Right. As you see, iron sharpening iron. Two legends, one retired, two-division undefeated Olympic gold medalist, first ballot Hall of Famer, Andre S.O.G. Ward, helping and training with three-division world champion, two-division undisputed world champion, and the reigning pound-for-pound king and future first ballot Hall of Famer, Terence Bud Crawford, as Terence Crawford is preparing to become a four-division world champion August 3rd when he faces off against WBA super welterweight, junior middleweight world champion Israel Madrimov, and the WBO title will be on the line as well. This is epic. There's shadow boxing. Terence Crawford in southpaw stance, as you see Andre Ward in the orthodox stance. Many people starting to speculate is
Crawford has intellectual boxing accuracy and switch-hitting brilliance. Canelo boasts visceral power, unshakable experience, and championship attitude. However, the expert agreement is clear. Terence Crawford has the skill edge in a matchup that emphasizes movement, timing, and flexibility. While Canelo cannot be ignored, his power and knowledge make him a deadly opponent.
Going up and becoming undisputed against Canelo, whoo. Come on, man. I'm flying in the sunset, man. Thank you, boxing God.
That would be it?
That would be it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing get for me. I didn't accomplish everything there is to accomplish in the sport of boxing. You know, there's really nothing for me to accomplish right now. Like anything, it's about the money now. It's about the money. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's not, but the money and to beat Canelo, if that fight was ever to happen, come on, man. Y'all better leave me alone. Y'all better leave me alone, man. Call me, you know what I mean? Yeah. TBC, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what I've been thinking about. I don't know why. You know, I was just like, man, the last few days I was like, man, I don't know if it's God talking to me or what, but that's a fight that if he win, if Canelo win, then yeah, I'm gonna try to pursue that.
I love that. I love that mentality. I do. I love it. I love it because that's where it's at. That's what makes all-time greats.
Yeah.
Who do you think will be victorious? Can Crawford's technical skill and ring IQ undermine Canelo's power and pose, or will Canelo prove to battle-tested and strong?